Hello friends, in this video we will try to discuss a concept called companion object in Scala. So we will try to discuss first of all what is companion object. So the companion object is an object where if we can able to see an object name as well as the class name as similar, then that object is called as companion object and the class will be identified as companion class. Okay, so we will try to see that into practical by creating companion object, companion companion example. Okay, we have created object. Let's try to define the main method, array of string. Okay, so we'll try to see the few important points about the companion object. Let's say Scala companion object. So what we discussed, when an object and a class have same name, then the object is called as companion object and class will be called as companion class. Okay, so this is the definition and a few more important points which we can discuss out of this. A companion object is defined in the same source file in which the class is defined. Okay, so this is another important point is a companion object is allowed to access both private methods and private fields of the class. Okay, so here is the three important points which we need to recall when we are trying to handle with companion object. Companion object, what we discussed, when an object and the class name will be the same, then that object is called as companion object and the class will be companion class. A companion object is defined in the same source file in which the class is defined. And the third important point is a companion object is allowed to access both private methods as well as private fields of the class. Okay, these are the points which we need to recall when we are going to handle companion object. Okay, now we will try to create a companion class. Let's say class companion example. Now we will try to declare variables which are required for us. Let's say variable string1 equal to, let's say, Scala. Now let's see, we'll try to declare another string2 equal to, let's say, Scala is object programming. Here we'll say Scala is functional programming as well. Okay, now we declare the variables. Now we will create a method to access the variables. So method of companion object. Now let's say def, let's create an object called show. Here we'll do println of string 1. Now let's print string 2 as well. Okay, now we will try to create an object of this class. We have defined the main method as well. Now let's create object equal to new companion example. Now we will try to access the method using object. Okay, so what we are trying to do, we are creating a same name, class name and object name is same as we discuss here. When an object and a class have the same name with the object, and the object is called as companion object and class is companion class. Okay, here we are accessing method based on the object notation, object dot show. So in the within the print we do have two variables. So string 1 is going to access Scala this particular string, string 2 will route it to string 2, and this value will be called and fetched and it will print a result. Let's try to call this, run the program, and we'll try to see whether we are getting the outcome or not. Yeah, Scala is object programming and Scala is functional programming as well. So this is how we can define the companion object within the same source file, as well as the class name and object name will be the similar, and this is also going to access the private methods and private fields of the class. Okay, so that's all for today's guys. If you really like this video, please do subscribe, like it and share it, and please do the comment.